Welcome to day 31 of Vlogoween, where I am posting regular vlogs in the lead up to Halloween. Think Vlogmas, but Halloween edition. We made it, day 31. Today is Halloween. Happy Halloween, everyone. Do you remember in like day one's vlog where I was like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a vlog a day? And here we are. I've got to say, I'm pretty impressed with myself that I managed to do a vlog every single day for the month of October. And today's the last one. So if you've not caught up with any of my recent vlogs, I am currently working on my 2025 Halloween crochet project. I would definitely advise going to go watch those previous vlogs because I obviously go into things in a lot more detail. You can see the process, you can see what I've done so far. Today's video will be me finishing the construction of this cardigan, doing the ribbing, choosing the buttons, and then of course the final reveal. Also, hello, if you don't know me, my name is Rajan, aka Not Half Bad Crochet, and if you enjoy crochet content, lifestyle content, then be sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a little like, and leave me a comment to let me know what you think. So, like I said, if you caught my last video, we have basically done all of the panels. So I have done the front panels. If you don't know, I'm making a cardigan. It's a tapestry cardigan with like Halloween spooky vibes, obviously because it's a Halloween project. But yeah, I've done the front panels, I have done the back panel. They are both connected at the shoulders. I finished off the last video showing you my sleeves, which look really cute. I was gonna do some like, you know, some kind of like scenes for the sleeves, but I realized obviously where so much of the sleeve is like kind of underneath my arm and like underneath my armpit and stuff, I just couldn't think of something that I wanted to do scene wise that would be suitable for that. So I decided just to go with some fun little stars. I was also able to use up a lot of the bobbins that I had like already cut off for these colours, obviously from the other panels. So I'm glad that I kind of got to use up essentially like the scraps that I had created from this project. So yeah, sleeves are done. The next step is to obviously add the sleeves to the rest of the panel, and then I'm going to do the ribbing, and then I'm going to choose my buttons, and then I'll show you the finished piece. Also, I am wearing my Halloween crochet project from 2024. This is a really fun like spooky patchwork sweater that I did a whole crochet along for on TikTok. So I will link the playlist to the crochet along in the description in case you want to also crochet your own. It's a really fun project where I basically show you how to do the base squares, I show you how to do every single applique, I show you how to do the spiral squares, and then I show you how to connect everything, how to do the ribbing, neckline ribbing, the bottom ribbing, how to get it to like, you know, a good fit for your body, that sort of thing. And it's like very customizable, you know, you could do like all of the appliques, none of the appliques. I think it's really like customizable. I think I've done some good tutorials, and yeah, I really loved seeing everyone's designs and stuff that they did last year. Some people made a cardigan, somebody made like almost like a coat. It was like a long kind of coat with like this belt, which looked really cool. And yeah, I think it's a really fun project. I wear this all year round as well because I feel like it's spooky vibes, but it's not like, you know, specifically Halloween, and that was like exactly what I wanted from my Halloween project. Same with this one, to be fair. I reckon I'll be able to wear this all year round. Like I said, I will link the playlist in the description in case you want to make your own. If you do, please do not spam like or spam favorite each video. You can just save the playlist. Like if the link that I'm going to put, there is a little bookmark icon, just tap that. That will save the whole playlist for you. Please don't spam favorite or spam like because it hurts my reach, and also it's just kind of annoying. You can also just save or like the first video, and then you'll be able to find the rest because it's all in a playlist. This is my 2024 crochet project. Let's work on 2025. Okay, so I went on a little button hunt. I was unsure what kind of vibe I wanted from the buttons. So I went to Hobbycraft. It's like the only kind of like haberdashery type of place that I have near me, and when I went on my first visit I was like not really, like I found some good ones, but I was like I don't really know what vibe I'm going for with the actual kind of button style, because if you don't know, I am a slut for buttons. I really love buttons. I have always been kind of obsessed with buttons, but I think they're really cool. I love like vintage ones, I love colourful ones, I love novelty ones, and basically I've talked about this before, so if you watch any of my other vlogs you probably know this already, but growing up my mum had this old pickle jar that was full of buttons, and it was just random buttons that she'd collected throughout the year, and I used to love tipping out that jar of buttons and organising them all, and I had like my favourites, and I'd put them all in colour codes, and she had these like really cute novelty ones. And yes, it's very obvious now that I'm autistic. I really don't know how that didn't get flagged, but anyway, so yes, as a result now I really love buttons. So when I'm making a cardigan, it's a very fun process for me to be able to choose the perfect buttons, but also I'm like, I must choose the perfect buttons. Anyway, I've not put too much pressure on myself, thankfully, but I do have a supply of my own buttons, some that are vintage ones that are from my mum's pickle jar, and some that are just like random ones that my partner found me at a charity shop, no, at a car boot sale. I kind of went through the ones that I had. I wasn't really vibing with any of them. They're all kind of like quite ornate, quite dark colours, but obviously the cardigan is kind of pastel, it's like bright colours. So I went back to Hobbycraft because I knew that there was some there that I had my eye on, but then I realized, and I think I filmed it, but there was like a little pack that was all like these like different sizes of like stars, and I thought that that could be quite cute with like the stars on the sleeve, and they're all bright colors, and having them all like different sizes and different shapes, because as much as I obviously want buttons on it, I don't know how likely I am to like keep the cardigan closed. I probably will maybe wear it with like the top button done up, but I'm most likely going to wear it like open, considering getting the star ones, but they were all very vibrant bright colors. But then I found these ones which are all kind of like pastel-y kind of colors, basically like very similar color palette to the colours that I've used on the actual cardigan. So here they are in the pack. Annoyingly, each packet was like ever so slightly different in that they had different numbers of like each colour. So this pack is like predominantly green and yellow, and then it has like one of this like nice kind of bluey pastel shade. There's some like smaller pinky ones in there, but then there was another one that had like more of the blue shades in it but had more pink, and I was like, well, obviously the actual cardigan itself is like this rosy pink, so as much as I like this and I'll probably use it for another project, I do want like, you know, colours that are going to be contrasting. Also, don't mind my very terrible fading mehndi, because it was Diwali recently and I did my own mehndi and I'm not very good at it, but like that's okay. I am getting better at having this like issue with perfectionism when it comes to me doing creative things, because I can't be perfect at everything. Sorry, but yeah, when I try creative things, like it's okay if it's a bit shit, it's not the best, but I had fun doing it. I think it felt nice to like, you know, connect with my culture in that way. It felt nice and nostalgic, because I literally cannot remember the last time I got my mehndi done, or I did my own mehndi probably about like 15 years ago maybe. So yeah, it's not great, but I had fun doing it, and that's okay, because that's what creativity is. It's not about whether it looks perfect or whether it looks amazing. Anyway, back to the buttons. So let me actually open these up so I can kind of show you, because I've obviously not even like looked at what's inside either. But yeah, annoyingly the other packets were like, it was kind of like I kind of want some from one packet and some from another, and I was like, I'm not gonna buy two. I'm not gonna buy two packets. I just think that's silly and it was unnecessary, and I was just kind of being a bit like finicky about it. This was only £2.50, and the other buttons that I saw that were kind of, it's very sunny. Sun is coming in suddenly, so sorry about the lighting changes, but the other buttons that I was considering were a lot more expensive. Not a lot, they were like probably about £2 to £3 more expensive, and I didn't like them as much, you know. I think this pack has like a fun touch to it. They're like whimsical, they're pastel, they're the right color palette. So yeah, I think I made the right choice. Don't judge my dusty sides, but yeah, so they're all kind of like different colors, different shapes. I really like these actually. I actually really like this. Yes, how cute. So I probably won't use the pink ones because they are, and like there's like a lilac-y, like a lilac shade.
So I probably won't use those just because they're a little bit too close in colour to my actual cardigan. So, and there's only one blue, which is really annoying because it would have looked really cool if it was like green, yellow and blue. But I suppose maybe I could include that. It depends on how many buttons I'm going to do. But yeah, so I'm thinking a mixture of these, probably not the smaller ones. I think they're a little bit too small, perhaps. I don't know. I'll keep them there as a maybe, but yeah, really cute patterns, really cute designs. I think they're going to go really nicely with the cardigan as well. And so let me actually show you the cardigan, because I have assembled my sleeves and I've done my sleeve ribbing. The sleeves look so fucking good. So yeah, I added some sleeve ribbing on the end. I did cinch the sleeves because I am a slut for a cinched sleeve, and I just find that, like, as much as I love the way a wide sleeve looks, or even like a fluted sleeve or a trumpet sleeve, for me, I just get very like overstimulated in them because I hate my sleeves like dragging, because I always get them caught on things, on door handles, on like when I'm cooking. I hate a draggy sleeve. So and I just find it more comfortable, and it keeps me warmer because it's like, you know, insulating the heat. So yes, that's why I did that. Also, like, I like it, okay? But yeah, the sleeves look really good. I feel like the cardigan as a whole looks really cool. I think the combination of the sleeve with the rest of the panel looks really, really good. Like, this looks really cool. This is a big slay. Big slay. Do people say slay anymore? I feel like I've only just started saying slay, so it just feels a bit weird, but I think it's fun. I'm going to continue using it. But yeah, big slay. Super cute, super fun. All that's left is to do the bottom ribbing around the bottom of the cardigan, which I'm not going to do too wide because it's kind of like a really good length. And then I'm going to do the button band ribbing, and then I'll do a like collar ribbing as well. So yeah, that's all that's left. Today is Saturday. I honestly think that I'm probably going to have it finished by like the end of tomorrow. Excuse me. I got so excited. There was so much saliva in my mouth just then. Sorry if that was TMI. But yes, I think I might get it finished by the end of tomorrow because I have the weekend alone because my partner is away, which we love. I love my partner, of course. Of course, I love him to death, but I love being on my own, and I love being able to have like a whole crochet day. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. I have had a tea today, so I am on drugs. You know, if you know me, you know I'm very sensitive to caffeine, and one tea will make me talk at 1,000,000 miles per hour. But it's fun, you know, it's like, woo. Probably won't go to bed particularly early tonight, also because I have like, it's a Saturday, you know, and I've had drugs, so I might as well. I think it's going really well. I'm really excited. I really love how it looks. I did do a little try on just to make sure like the sleeves and stuff are the right length and the ribbing was the right length, and yeah, big slay, big slay. I'm very excited. I think the buttons are gonna look so fun, like against this color palette. Yes, yes, super cute vibes, everyone. Oh yeah, I chose correctly with the buttons. So I'm actually very good at choosing buttons. Like, I don't think I've ever chosen a button for a cardigan that I've made that just hasn't just, you know, added a little something. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna stop talking now. We're gonna go crochet. Okay, post movie update number 1. I have done the bottom ribbing. I didn't do it particularly long just because I don't think, oh my god, please, just because the length is good as it is, but I did want to add some ribbing to the bottom of it. But yeah, this didn't take me long at all. So now I'm going to do the button band, and then after that it's the collar. So to be honest, I might even finish this today. So the movie I just watched was The Dead Don't Die. It's okay. It's okay. It was about zombies. It's fine. I was expecting more with that cast, if I'm being so real. It has an excellent cast, but the story was kind of slow. The action was kind of slow. I don't think that the cast were utilised as well as they could have been. Now I am watching a movie called Beasts of War, which is basically about sharks. So it's like a shark attack movie sort of vibe. I've eaten my lunch. I have some treacle tart as my sweet treat. I'm now gonna watch this shark movie and then I will catch up with you when the next movie is finished. Hi friends, so more time has passed, it's dark now, hence lamplight, but I have finished it technically. So I did my, is it inside out? I did my button band ribbing on both sides and I decided like the placement of my buttons as well. It was quite hard to kind of like figure out what order and like size and stuff I wanted for like each button, because there's not like an equal amount of each color, which would be fine if there was like more than one of some of the colors. So like there's only one purple one and one blue one, and then there's like several green and yellow ones, so it just looked a bit weird like throwing in a blue and throwing in a purple when the rest were all green and yellow. So I've just decided to stick to the green and yellow ones, which I think look better. I was tempted to use the pink ones, but they just clash too much with the colour of the cardigan, so I decided against it, but that's fine. I've just done a little try on because I obviously did the neck hole ribbing or the neckline ribbing as well. As much as it like fits fine and it's good, I just feel like it's a little bit tiny bit loose, like off of my shoulder, not like, you know, fully off the shoulder. For a cardigan that's like a round neck, I prefer it to be a little bit kind of like on my shoulders. So I think I'm going to frog the ribbing that I've done for the neckline, or like the collar, neckline collar, and then just cinch it in and tighten it up a little bit. But other than that, I'm done. I think I'm gonna have a little break and then I'm gonna do the neckline ribbing, then I'll sew on my buttons, and then I can weave in the ends and we're finished. I might save weaving in the ends to tomorrow because it's now currently 7:46. Yeah, a significant amount of time has passed. I've also like had dinner and stuff and like had a few breaks, and I finished watching Beasts of War, which is like the shark movie that I was watching. It was okay. As far as shark movies go, it wasn't awful, but it also wasn't great at the same time, you know? Like it wasn't, for a shark movie, it wasn't bad. It wasn't like Sharknado, but it wasn't great. I also, if you don't know, sharks are one of my favourite animals. They're one of my special interests and I know a lot about them. It's always so interesting to me because in these movies, they really emphasise sharks to be like very persistent hunters, and they're just not. I don't watch shark movies for their accuracy, but sometimes I am like, come on, are you even trying? I'm now watching, oh, and then I watched Deep Cover, which is like a action comedy sort of vibe with Orlando Bloom and what's her name? Bryce Dillon something? No, I don't know. The ginger one from Jurassic World, she was in it. And then also another actor who I don't know his name, sorry. But it was funny, it was actually quite amusing. Probably the better film that I've watched today. And then now I have decided to watch The Sixth Sense because can you believe I've never watched The Sixth Sense before? So I'm gonna watch it. It's also dark and I'm home alone, but I don't think it'll be scary. I think it'll just be creepy, and obviously like I know the twist, you know, and it's quite interesting watching it knowing the twist because I'm like, oh, also like how would he not know? I'm not gonna say the twist in case somebody has managed to avoid the spoilers for the past like 20 odd years, but yeah, I'm kind of like, Bruce Willis's character is a little bit dumb if you didn't notice. I'm probably about a quarter of the way through, so I think I'm gonna have a little snack break and then I am going to frog the neckline, redo the neckline, sew on my buttons, weave in the ends, and then we're finished. I think I might save weaving in the ends till tomorrow. Well, to be fair, I'll see how I feel because I'm really not tired. Obviously I had a tea this morning, so you never know, I might stay up late and do it. Who knows? Who knows? So yeah, that's my update. It's going well. I'm gonna do all the things that I said I was gonna do.
I finished it. I am obsessed. I'm actually fucking obsessed. So I finished it kind of late last night. It wasn't super late, it was probably like 11:30. And I know I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a break and then I'll redo the collar and then I'll, you know, weave in the end, sew on the buttons. But I was like, after I'd eaten, I was kind of like, well, I'm okay to just carry on. I finished watching The Sixth Sense, and then I started watching a few episodes. I rewatched a few episodes of My Hero Academia because the new episode of season 8 came out last night. So then I was like, I'm gonna watch it. Obviously cried because it's episode 2. So if you've watched episode 2, you will understand. But I was bawling my fucking eyes out, and then I needed a moment. So as I was tears running down my face, I was weaving in the ends because I'd finished the collar. And then I was like, well, I'm not sleepy, so I'm gonna just sew on the buttons. And here we are, and it's finished, and it looks so good. I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. I'm really pleased I also like redid the collar, not because like it was bad in the first place, but it was just kind of a little bit off the shoulder, just kind of dragging the tiniest bit, which I wasn't the biggest fan of. As much as I was like, I know I'm gonna wear it with the top button done up, I wanted the option to be able to wear it undone as well. When I did wear it undone, it didn't feel like it was kind of like constantly falling off my shoulder, because there's one thing about me, I hate having to like adjust my clothes every 5 fucking seconds. I want it to like fit me properly without it like falling off, having to like pull something up or pull something down, you know. I find that really annoying. I went for like a very narrow collar just because like I didn't need any additional kind of height. I just wanted it to kind of have that finished look to it. And I did put a button right at the top, and then I added all of my buttons down the middle. I don't know if I will wear it like fully done up. I'm not really sure if I like the way that that looks. Like, it doesn't look bad, but it's just not really like my style. I do like it with like a couple of buttons done up at the top, and then I think as well, if I was to have all of the buttons undone as well, that looks really cute, just as like a throw on casual kind of cardigan. But yeah, I really love like the finishing touches. Obviously we've got the sleeve ribbing, which I did end up making like a tiniest bit longer. I think just I overestimated how much my sleeves would grow after blocking them, which is fine. Like, I don't mind having the ribbing this length. It's not like super long, but it's also not as like short as I initially had planned, but not the end of the world. And then with the kind of button band ribbing, I kept that kind of narrow, and then same with the bottom ribbing as well. But yeah, it's all done. I think this looks fucking amazing. I am really excited to wear this. I think I'm going to be able to really easily implement it into my wardrobe. I love the back panel. I feel like it's like fun, and then it's like kapow. This is like a very, what's the word, dramatic kind of panel, especially like the contrast in the colors and stuff, and the fact it's like over the entire panel. But yeah, I'm fucking obsessed. I love this. I think it's turned out really good. I've had a really fun time crocheting this as well. And in terms of yarn, I definitely overbought on the yarn. So with the rosy pink color, I got 4 balls, so 400 grams of yarn. It was like an acrylic DK weight, all of it's DK weight, all of it's acrylic. And yeah, I got 400 grams of it, thinking that I would probably need more. Actually, I don't think I'm really like mentally attuned just yet as to like how much yarn tapestry crochet takes, because like in my mind I'm like, oh, this star for example will take up like a kind of small ball of yarn, but in actuality it's actually really not that much. So yeah, I definitely overbought on the yarn. Obviously with some instances it was kind of like impossible not to, because it was like, you know, this darker color for the jack-o'-lantern, I needed that darker color, and I could only obviously buy like 1 ball for it, so I still have like 85% of that ball left. So yeah, I definitely have a lot of scraps to work with. I do have like a couple of projects in mind on what to do with those scraps. Maybe some more tapestry projects, maybe some fun checkerboard sort of situations, and some fun color work stuff. So yeah, definitely subscribe to my channel if you want to check out what I do with some of the scrap yarn that I have left over from this project. But I have nothing negative to say about this process, if I'm being so real. I had a really fun time crocheting this. Like, every part of it was very enjoyable for me. I think the only like slight, and very slight, and I've been very nitpicky here, negative would be that using Stitch Fiddle without using Stitch Fiddle Pro can be quite clumsy and quite annoying. It was not the end of the world. It was one of those things where like I ended up taking a little bit longer when it came to doing things, because I didn't have like the pro version or the premium premium version, which, to be fair, with all pro and premium accounts is usually what they try and do, because they try and sell you it so you can save time, essentially. Anyway, whatever, I'll get off my soapbox. But yeah, that was probably the only like downside, I would say, to this whole project. But I had a really fun time, like, you know, creating the charts, creating these graphics. And even though I changed my idea like multiple times, I am glad that I'd settled on these. I think these look really fun, they look really whimsical, they look really silly, and that is kind of exactly what I wanted from this project. I'm also really glad that I changed the sleeves, because I do think having like a scene or like the cat on the moon or whatever it was that I was gonna have on like the kind of outer side, I think would have just looked a bit odd. So I really like the fact that I was able to kind of wrap around the stars a little bit without it looking like I'm missing the piece or like I can't see it, if that makes sense. But yeah, I've finished. This is the end of Vlogoween. I honestly just want to say a very big thank you to everyone who has, you know, either watched one vlog, all of the vlogs, some of the vlogs. I've had a really fun time doing Vlogoween. I've actually really enjoyed vlogging outside of crochet as well. So if you do enjoy those kind of vlogs where I may be doing something out and about that's not necessarily crochet related, let me know, because I really enjoy like the vlogging process, and I really enjoy like editing and sharing these aspects of my life with you guys. I feel like it's quite fun for me as well. But yeah, I've really enjoyed Vlogoween. I think it's been a really interesting, like, I've never done a kind of like vlogmas or, you know, a long vlogging period, so I think it's been like an interesting journey for me in terms of, you know, filming and editing and keeping to like a relatively strict schedule, and then obviously like the feedback and like, you know, interaction with people and stuff. So yeah, I think it's been really fun. I don't know if I'll be doing it next year, because obviously it's a lot of work, but I had a really fun time doing it, and I hope you guys have enjoyed watching it as well. But yeah, thanks so much for watching this vlog and watching all of my Vlogoween posts. I will naturally be taking a little bit of a break from uploading vlogs, but you do have 31 vlogs to catch up on in case you need some content from my channel. But yeah, I'll probably give myself a little bit of break, not sure how long yet, but obviously I'll keep you guys posted. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, leave me a comment and let me know what you think, and of course subscribe to my channel if you want to catch any of my crochet and lifestyle content. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I'll hopefully catch you on the next one.